this past week here in Houston has been interesting. Have looked at different apartments since I'm relocating here, as well as the business. It's been a bit challenging to schedule in some time to see warehouses. Just not a lot of realtors are reaching out. So, any realtors out there in the H Town space, if you're out there, hit your girl up. There's a lot of things that we have to consider. Moving all the machinery down, we have 6 industrial machinery that we need to move. We have about 50 different bins that hold up to 300 to 400 pounds of ingredients. We got to move that. There's just so much. And we're moving in November. November is our busy season because of Upful Friday and Cyber Monday. So having production done for that to be able to sustain us throughout the holiday and being able to move and all those things are things we have to consider. So that has been a lot. Most likely, I'm going to take another trip out here to do some tours strictly for warehouse instead of warehouse and apartments. I was just putting my little microphone. Knocked out a ton of content. And I'm just so proud of myself with back end processes, operations, fulfillment, team culture. That is all I've been focusing on. Marketing, all of the back end stuff in sustaining, growing, creating a solid foundation, SOPs, training, all of the things. That's what I've been focusing on. I've stepped back from content. So knowing that your girl made like 50 pieces of content for social. Who is you? Where was this energy before? It's really helpful that the lighting in here is good. So knocking this out and hopefully going to look at some spots today. If not, we'll come back here in a couple of weeks to tour some warehouse locations. But today is doing content and then hopping on the computer to start the process for the updated pitch deck and updated financials for the investor. I have to send those things over ASAP. Just got a couple of inquiries right now for some warehouse spots that I didn't even see come in, but I'm reaching out to them right now, seeing if we can get some tours on the books today. That would be great. So 2 warehouse locations reached out to me so far. And what I find funny is that I was speaking with a couple of people and they did not know that we're doing manufacturing at the level that we're doing it. We don't need no small warehouse, no office space, not something that's like 2,000, 3,000 square feet. No, we need something substantial. We manufacture and fulfill everything in-house. So, and we have big machinery that each need their space, to do what they need to do. Cross-contamination is a thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Zachary. So the spot that he did send, it's a little below, it's about 4,000 square feet. I still want to take a tour just to meet the guy. I want to have these contacts so that way we can just build from there. It's much easier that way. And that way I can get just a gauge of what the commercial real estate looks like in Houston. That will be very helpful. Just finished up those tours. Not a huge fan at all. Not a fan. Spots didn't look good. Didn't have any air conditioning in them. And it seems that a lot of warehouses don't have air conditioning. That is a complete no. Didn't really connect with the guy that was showing me the spaces as well. It just didn't seem like a good fit. I'm on my way to the other showing. I feel good about it. It's close to where I'm staying and it has air conditioning. Let's make this a productive afternoon. Let's see what this spot looks like. But let's see. I think Robin was talking about putting them upstairs, right? Oh, great. Awesome. The conference room. Space. Oh, good. Awesome. Wearing things. Oh, nice. Daily. So you would probably use this. That okay, this area. 11,000 square feet that I told you was occupied. Okay. So that's hot storage. And that door comes down. This will be locked off so that they can't get to you. Okay. Okay. But we would just use these dock doors. Our trucks would come here. We would go out of that elevator. Yep. Okay. And then we'll go up the steps. There you go. Space. Yeah. Okay. This door. Okay. So there's it's a lot of shelving, and there's a lot of it. So I don't know if you'd want. They didn't take them out because of how much it would cost and the fact that somebody may be able to use them. So we were waiting to see if somebody wants them. If they're here. Yeah. If not, then that's a. Okay. And it's this entire second floor? Yeah. Or just okay. So that door is usable if the racks are in, because the floor. So if you use that door up there, you end up up there to that racking system. What do you said it's dry goods? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Herbal tea and supplements. Okay. So definitely the air conditioning is great. Okay. We will have industrial machinery that needs to be drilled into the ground. Yeah. Is that possible? That I just actually sent a text over to the landlord, so I'm not sure yet. Okay. Great. And it would be in this area here, correct? Okay. Maybe in a center spot here, and then there's also another. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much space you guys are going to need. Possibly. It just depends on the square footage of what y'all are going to need. Okay, that would be helpful because we have a lot of bins. Come with it, but it could be taken out if need be. Like I said, we were just leaving it in case whoever moved in needed the rocking system. Okay. Because it's expensive to remove. Yeah, so. For sure. Yeah. And there isn't another entrance. Oh, tea. It has been a day, y'all. It has been a day. It has been a day. It has been a day. A great day. And it has been a day. Houston, y'all's roads, y'all drivers are buck. If y'all have heard about Florida drivers, South Florida, the driving down there is crazy. I think South Florida has one of the most dangerous highways in the country or something like that, but Houston is by far, it has to be 1.5 because this over here on the road, going to the different locations, I had to really be aware out on the street. It was crazy. And I do feel that just took a lot of energy, but it was great seeing the two locations and just getting a feel with what what's out there in Houston, what I can expect, and just moving the needle, creating the momentum. The more that I do that, the more opportunities that I get to be aligned with the warehouse that is really going to amplify Upful Blends, our operations, our growth, our expansion. First spot is a definite no. There's no AC. I don't want to think about putting AC into there, especially when we're only leasing and not buying. Nah. Nah. Then the second spot was really confusing. Didn't have a floor plan. However, it could work, but it may not make sense for pricing because of the different things that will have to be built. We'll have to have a lot of drywall put up to block us off from the common area. And it just seemed like a lot of work. So there is a third spot that I am looking into. There could be a possibility for that. And so I have a bunch of things to do. I am just pausing right now, being in stillness, just dropping into my body, have my tea with me, have my food for the blood plus that I open the capsules, put it in here, blend it up. The nettle, the schisandra, the burdock root is gonna really relax me and detox any excess toxins from the stress, from, being all over the place today, not having my water, didn't bring my water with me. So tending to my blood, just providing my body minerals and vitamins and nutrients, which is what Food for the Blood Plus has. It has artichoke as well, so really supporting my spleen with the thinking. When I think of thinking about a lot, I think of the spleen, so I want to support my spleen. So I'm giving it a lot of loving right now. And just being still is allowing me to just see where I can love on my body. Also reflecting on just searching for warehouses. It reminded me of the journey. It reminded me of the journey, y'all, from 6 years ago. It's going to be 7. It's going to be 7 years this month. Oh my goodness. How dope is it to be my future self 7 years later from when I started Upful? And when I was touring the warehouses, I'm just like, yo, I just big myself up, pat myself on the back, pat myself on the back. I'm so grateful for myself that I just never faltered. I never folded to fear or self-doubt. And I always chose to show up. I always chose to allow for my existence and my reality, my body, to be a vessel for healing, for remembrance, for God's love to be expressed through me, to allow for other humans to recognize what they're capable of, to utilize my experience of healing as an example that it's possible, because I know what it feels like to not feel like it's possible, and to just see where I've taken things from back then. I'm like, damn, girl, damn. My past self is such an inspiration for me, and being able to just pause for a moment and reflect, I'm really grateful. And although there's a shit ton of stuff to do, I'm just allowing myself to be still for a moment, because that still is creating momentum, with the gratitude and the reflection. And this is allowing me to really visualize the future as well. That was something else that I thought of, was like, yo, back then I was a powerful visualizer, visionary, powerful visionary, and I get to anchor and activate that now. And being in the different spaces, touring the different warehouses, it wasn't only about what we need now, but what we will need a couple months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, especially when I think of, all right, no more leasing, but buying. What do things look like for Upful at that time? What do things look like for our headquarters, for our marketing department, our customer service department, our manufacturing, our fulfillment, all of that stuff that we do in-house? What does that look like? And where can I see things? Where can I take this space? And I did that 5 years ago when we moved into our current warehouse, and I'm doing that again. It is just so dope to just be like, girl, you did that. You did that. You did that. Like, it is not easy. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And I'm glad I had no idea, because then the planning, the over planning, the making sure we have everything in line, the like, oh, I'm probably going to need a loan, or I want to save, or whatever might get into your head. I definitely wasn't that way back then. Even if I did research, I would have still stepped in, but it could be tricky where that could come up, So like, it's really beautiful to just exist and do this on behalf of humanity. Do this on behalf of my experience, past self, my past version that I am so inspired by. I am my inspiration. So really allowing myself to just be with the plants right now and be still and relax, because I've been on the road, haven't drunk any water since I don't know when. So I'm definitely overdue, but gonna take care of this, and then take care of some things that I get to do on the computer, reach out to a couple people and write down my thoughts on the places that I've seen, what I liked, what I didn't, what I want to see from the next places, what I noticed and recognized of what we need and where we're going, to write that down for those to be included in the next places that I see, you know? So productive rest of the day until tomorrow, heading back to LA, and then doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this journey, this experience, this major shift and change. And until next time, some good stuff. That is some good stuff.